Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video. Guys, remember when I said in one of my reviews that one thing about Nandi, she is the type of wife that every pastor would want to have. I mean, besides the bad attitude, guys, she is the girl that will get the things done. Because this latest episode, guys, it opens up with the church service that Nandi has been pitching to her husband. And listen, guys, people came in number. I was so surprised. Abanye ke abantu are saying that, listen, these congregants, ingati bathengiwe, ingati these congregants are looking dodge, and it looks like they were bought. Angazi ngalokho, guys, but listen, Nandi outdid herself, you guys. But untombo during the church service, ugel akathwalanga ekhanda. She doesn't even have a shawl for her shoulders. I'm like, Kanti, is this a bazalwane service or what's going on? Because according to my understanding, this church that Nandi and Uzole were leading, do they not wear a uniform that covers, especially Umamfundisi, that covers her head and covers her shoulders? Even Nandi's mother was not even about that business. Anyway, I'm not there to judge you guys. All I was glad about was that, listen, Urev thanked Nandi because he saw at the end of the day that, you know what, even though my wife has a different way of going about things, but she really knows how to get the work done. Listen, a platform that Uzole has been crying for these past couple of years, Nandi created it, and not just created it for the congregants, but for majority of the South Africans who watch Umzansi Magic around these times. Okay? They watched Uzole deliver a powerful sermon, guys. Did you hear? Leanchumayelo, guys, it was powerful. After the church service, while Uzole is busy, thank you, Nandi. Nandi, thank you so much. What? Nandi, or he gives Nandi a kiss. Hi, guys, just by a small number on the lips. Uzole already is saying that, no, I wanna plan Iprai and whatnot. I'm just like, Iprai kanjani? How much was imali yomnikelo that he wants to plan Iprai? One thing about this household, guys, kwamlombi. There might not be money for food, for what, but there'll always be money for Iprai. In fact, other people are saying, you know what, guys? Broke is subjective. Broke does not mean the same thing in people's families. Because I mean, Uzole has been saying Ubuti they broke, but in their brokenness, they moved to Esenton. In their brokenness, Nandi bought them a car. She even got a loan from Umgani. Which type of Umgani would borrow Nandi that amount of money, knowing about so many kids? Like, even if that person doesn't want to pay you back your money, what will you say to them? Because they've got so many kids, they're going to tell you about school fees, about school shoes. Able guys, Nayege Uzole, there he is planning a bride to thank people for coming to church. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. Guys, this whole pride thing is a disguise for Uzole planning a surprise renewal or vow renewal for him and Nandi. So I'm just thinking to myself, so that kiss that Nandi gave him that he hasn't gotten in a while, it motivated him enough to want to do a vow renewal. Guys, I don't know what was going on in this episode, but you know what? I'm going to be honest. I liked seeing a side of Nandi and Uzole just getting along. I just thought it was so cute, guys. And something in me made me like Nandi a little. In fact, guys, I've realized Nandi, the person, we are Tandega, guys. It's the alter ego that's a problem. Nandi is the problem. Nandiana as a person, she seems like, guys, she can support her husband. Or maybe, guys, he may or that made her be like this. Because, you know, sometimes, guys, some situations will just make you toughen up. Or not toughen up as per se, but make you act in a different type of way. Because you're being defensive and you're protecting your heart and protecting your children. But in this last episode, which by the way, it's the last episode of the season, and people are saying, you know what, even though we liked seeing Nandi and the Rev, all cute together. We don't want a second season, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to agree with them. Because in as much this marriage has been through a lot, guys, I just feel like as the viewers, Nati, we've been through a lot. I mean, even in our real lives, abanye bethu siyagoa, guys. We don't need to be watching more shows that are gonna be making us more depressed. Hi, guys, Uzole decides to hit up his friend Ujama to come and pick him up. And as they are driving, Uzole asks Ujama to just park on the side so that they can have a conversation. I get Uzole, the way he opened up this conversation, guys, I was nervous on behalf of Ujama. Anyway, Uzole then says that, listen, you know, Ujama, I need your assistance. You know my situation. Once I heard those words, you know my situation, guys, I felt like I was having a headache on behalf of Ujama. I don't know, guys, what type of friendship is this. It's either Ujama really has a good heart, or I don't know, guys. Because why is this friend so comfortable in popping out money for Ulokuzana, for Uzole and the wife so much? Anyway, Uzole was not saying he wanted money, but some people were saying that when Uzole and Ujama went for ring shopping, because that's where they were going to, Ujama is the one who paid with it because he tapped using his phone. I didn't see that part, but I'm just like, this man, Ujama, does he not have a wife, a girlfriend, abantwana, family? The way he's just dishing out imali Uzole nje kanjalo. Hi guys, Uzole is planning a 15 going on 16 years marriage anniversary, and he wants it to be a surprise. Now when they go ring shopping, I am surprised that Uzole mentions that Ulokuzana, Nandi once threw away a 28K ring because she was angry and they were fighting. Guys, Likeza Lapi, who does something like that? Listen, I would rather go to the pawn shop and go and sell that ring and cash out the money and go use it for shopping, for makeup, for hair, or for something. But to throw it away for what? Mna guys bayando tusa abantu that when they're angry, they do extreme things like that. And knowing the situation that money nje doesn't come easily for us, even though he was working, guys, or maybe at that time he was working as a rev. But abefundiso, or some pastors, I guess, they don't get paid that much of money unless they are fraudsters, guys. They don't get paid that much of money that you can throw away a 28K ring nje kanjalo. Hayibo. Hayi Uzole, when he gets back home, he calls his family, the family that Nandi likes. He calls them, they set up a cute nyana setup of will you marry me ngalapo. I'm just like, you know, this whole thing just feels like a joke, because people are complaining that Uzole was speaking about a divorce. Now all of a sudden he's not speaking about a divorce. Guys, one thing about Uzole that I think is clear for all of us, he loves Nandi and uyazifela ngoNandi. But I just feel like if he's feeling that, or if he feels like he's gonna stick with his wife for life, then he must say bye-bye to the rest of his family that are not supporting or that are not for this marriage. Because one minute he cries that Nandi doesn't want this side of the family, and he loves that side of the family. He wants their love. Apparently Nandi keeps him away from that side of the family. Like he's confusing us. And that's the thing about ungeni indaba zabantu abayi-2, guys. Because jonga si Celestine Tina, we looking ingathi Tina, we are not for their marriage. Kahle kahle shuthi yithi ama haters of this marriage. Anyway, guys, Uzole gets all suited up there. You know what, guys? The setup, some people said that, you know what, it looks like a kiddies party and whatnot. I think he tried, guys, and I truly think that's all that matters at this point. Listen, they had their time where they had money to have a big wedding, to have all of those things. At this point, they're rebuilding All of those things, azizubanleta at this point, they need to focus on the real stuff. The only thing that I think I would have appreciated a little bit is if Uzolo got the children dressed up or something like that, or got people to color coordinate or something like that, but that is just me. So anyway, Uzolo is waiting for Unandi. Unandi arrives, you guys. Now Soso, who is Unandi's friend, she has to distract Unandi to not come in with the call. Guys, Unandi, one thing about this woman, she is gorgeous. Physically, guys, 7 kids. Hi, we can't deny that, guys. She is gorgeous, guys, there with her blonde wig. And she's like, she's so surprised, guys. And knowing Queen Nandi, she would have said, listen, this whole thing is not up to my standard and whatnot. But, guys, she didn't even complain. She went in, guys. Uzole even had a dress for her, a dress which was super tight and looked ingati. It was a dress for, I don't know, a 16-year-old. I don't know. But listen, Unandi didn't even complain about that. She appreciated that. And to show that she truly appreciated that, when Uvuzole was saying his vows to her in front of her face, she was even tearing up, guys. And I just thought to myself, this is truly the whole point, guys. Having someone on your side who will have your back for life. Now, guys, I also think we need to give another thing to Nandi. Remember even the time when she went to the Sins, those innocent, those Sadiki, those twins, the Saint twins, ne? When she did a podcast, I don't know if it was a year back or 2 years back, and she mentioned that her husband doesn't want her, but she said, listen, that man's not going to divorce me. I'm going to fight for him. Guys, I think it takes a lot for your spouse to say, they don't want you, and for you to say that, listen, if awunalo uthando lwamamela, I will hotspot you. Listen, I have enough love for the two of us. I think maybe that's the reason why Urev is still fighting for this marriage. Because when Urev didn't see any hope in this marriage, Unandi was the one who stood in the gap for the two of them. And maybe some of us, we forget that, guys, that this woman stood. And maybe that's why now Ukhatele, it's her turn, or it's Uzole's turn to hotspot her in terms of his love, and to remind her that, listen, we have a good thing going even though we've had our toxic times. But anyway, guys, let's park it right there. I truly enjoyed seeing this side of Unandi, and you know what, guys, I honestly wish maybe she started off on this tone at the beginning of the season. Maybe, guys, ngesithetha enye into, but I don't know. I don't know. I really hope this plan of having ibandla labo will work out for them, because I don't see that previous church taking back Urev at this point. Anyway, you tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.